During the 100 Days of Color, I monitored the way Spotify was recommending music to me based on race to see how it changed depending on the input I gave it. Initially, when I started, it was 2020, and I was looking at this through a black and white lens. However, over time, I realized that this was a very inefficient way of organizing people, so I switched things up. I started using the definitions of race and ethnicity provided by the United States Office of Management and Budget, which were last updated in 1997. There are a couple of things that I found interesting about this. One of them was that a defining factor of an indigenous population is a sense of community. The other thing is, I did not know that it is still legally okay to call people who identify as black as Negroes. That's still in there. I didn't know that. I really was not having a fun time deciding who was what race just based off of looking at pictures of you. In the OMB definitions of race, it says that you need to let people decide that for themselves unless it's more practical to do so otherwise. Trying to make these distinctions was giving me a lot of anxiety, but I needed to record this data for the sake of the experiment, so I asked myself, what am I actually looking at? And I realized it was color. I switched the way that I was recording this data, and I used the 5 color skin emojis that we see everywhere as my baseline for how I was recording this data for the last segment of the experiment. Because I changed the way I was recording the data, it meant I couldn't make a direct comparison for the sake of the results. However, I think this is just way prettier now. I have a lot less anxiety trying to identify the skin tone of people compared to the racial identity. Now I feel like we're on this skin tone spectrum of 100 to 0, where 100 is earth and 0 is ice. And we've gone from earth to ice, and maybe we're gonna sort of swing somewhere in the middle over the next little while. Looking at people's skin tone to group them into categories, however, had other challenges because I was using pictures provided on the internet, and some of these pictures looked like they'd been edited either in post-shoot, or the lighting itself during the shoot also changes your skin tone and how you look. This got me thinking about color and how color is a vibration that the light hits something, looks at us, we interpret it, and then create an image in our head. But if we perceive your color to be different depending on the amount of light that's in the room, are our colors always fluid?